Well, this past Sunday, the Student Government Association, Staff Senate, and Faculty Senate met here at Belk Library for a University Town Hall meeting to tackle one important question. Where is App State headed? You can find the full Town Hall meeting on the Student Government Association website at sga.appstate.edu. Now, these town halls don't happen often, so if you have an issue, it's best to bring it up with the chair of your department, housing authorities, or the dean of students. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you so much, Grace.
I'm here on King Street at the Appalachian Theater, where this Sunday marks the 83rd anniversary of their opening. And to celebrate, they're showing a screening of Hollywood in the High Country, a documentary detailing the Appalachian Theater's history. Hollywood in the High Country is being shown here at the Appalachian Theater this Sunday, November 14th from 3 to 5 p.m. Proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test is required for attendance. For the Appalachian Weekly News, I'm Grace Powers. 2 days ago, we said goodbye to summer and welcomed in the fall season. Now, the question on all of our minds is, when will Boone go from looking like this to this? One of the coolest parts about living in the high country is having the ski slopes right here in your backyard. But here at Beech Mountain, ski season is drawing to a close this Saturday. I'm Grace Powers with App TV, and I'm here with the ultimate guide to App State for all of you brand new mountaineers. Classes in session and campus life is back in full swing, so let me tell you everything you need to know to get prepared for a great fall semester. Each year, the town gathers together here on Sanford for a locally sourced meal known as the Community Feast. But 30% of Watauga residents don't have dependable access to food. But this event highlights how sustainability can be the key to fighting food insecurity.
The Community Feast is organized by the Appalachian Food Research for Equity, Sustainability, and Health Collaborative. The goals of the event are to encourage conversation about the importance of sustainable food, minimizing waste, maximizing local food sourcing, and providing resources for those who are food insecure. I talked to App State's Sustainability Outreach Director, Rebecca Walton, about how sustainability correlates to food insecurity.
Equity plays a huge part in sustainability. If we want a sustainable world, everybody needs to have equitable solutions and just have as much equity as possible. And so food insecurity is an unfortunate circumstance that a lot of people find themselves in when they're in unequitable situations. And so you can't have sustainable food without equity.
I also spoke with Carla Ramsdell of the Physics and Astronomy Department about one of her sustainable initiatives targeting food insecurity.
We're initiating a series of cooking classes called Cooking with Purpose. You can contact the Office of Sustainability about those. This semester they're targeted for students who are food insecure that don't feel confident with their cooking skills. And so we just meet on Zoom. It's really fun. There's no prior cooking skills necessary. The Office of Sustainability Mountaineer Food Pantry is providing all the ingredients. So it's kind of like a Blue Apron. You just grab the ingredients and then you join me on a Zoom call.
If you or someone you know is struggling with food insecurity, make sure to visit casemanagement.appstate.edu/food insecurity for a detailed list of resources for on-campus and off-campus food pantries. For the Appalachian Weekly News, I'm Grace Powers. February is Black History Month, and here at the Blowing Rock Art and History Museum, they're celebrating the holiday with a special exhibit from an App State professor that explores the intersection between social justice and creative expression. Many students may know Kara Hagan as a professor in the Department of Theater and Dance here at the university, but she's also the director of Small and Mighty Acts, a volunteer grassroots organization with the mission to help people meet their civic potential. In response to the killings of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor last year, the group created the Altar for Black Lives as a place for the community to come together, grieve, and be inspired to make social change. The altar was displayed on King Street before being housed in the Blowing Rock Art and History Museum. I talked to Willard Watson, the Programs and Outreach Director at the museum, about why they felt it was important to showcase the altar.
So it's really a chance to, show people that we see you, we want you to be represented. You are part of this community as well. And it's also important, we are the only arts and culture organization in the county. There's no other art or history museum in Watauga County, or the high country for that matter. So it's our responsibility to have these conversations.
The Blowing Rock Art and History Museum are working with Small and Mighty Acts to create a program series organized around the altar. On February 24th, Kara Hagan will lead a virtual workshop called Writing on Justice, and on March 4th, there will be a discussion on the intersection of dance arts and social justice.
The Blowing Rock Art and History Museum is hosting the Altar for Black Lives exhibit in the Alexander Community Gallery until March 27th. Go to smallandmightyacts.org for more information on the exhibit and the schedule of programs here at the Blowing Rock Art and History Museum. For Appalachian Weekly News, I'm Grace Powers. Snow in the high country can be beautiful, but for so many people here in Boone, it makes day-to-day life exponentially harder. Thankfully, there are places like Hunger and Health Coalition that will help the food insecure during these times of inclement weather. Despite the presence of the university, the booming tourism industry, and a bustling downtown area, hunger in Watauga County is very real. Nearly 7,500 people in Watauga County are food insecure. So what happens when the town is buried in snow? Here at Hunger and Health Coalition, they're putting in the work to make sure everyone in Boone is fed, warm, and receives the medication they need. I talked to Director of Communications, Jen Bass, about what they do to serve the community amidst the snow.
We try to stay as open as much as possible. We obviously are very dynamic. We have a site here, obviously, but then we also have a driver who goes around on the roads and picks up all the food.
Unless road conditions are absolutely unsafe, Hunger and Health Coalition drivers bring the food pantry, woodlot, and pharmacy to you. If you or someone you know is struggling with food insecurity this winter, Jen says, don't hesitate to reach out.
COVID is crazy, like life is crazy, things have been crazy. If anyone is ever feeling the brunt of that or is in need of help, please come see us. Give us a call. We're super warm and loving and like there's no judgment here. Like we're here to help, you know. You could have life all figured out and then the next day something happens and we're here to help. And we want people to know that. We're a resource to everybody.
You can stop by in person at 141 Health Center Drive or give them a call at 828-262-1628. For the Appalachian Weekly News, I'm Grace Powers.
Thanks so much, Shannon. The High Country Food Hub is celebrating reaching $2 million in sales since the online marketplace was established in the spring of 2017. The High Country Food Hub is operated by Blue Ridge Women in Agriculture and allows the community to shop an online market of produce. There are 3 pickup locations, one in Watauga, Avery, and Ashe County. Our correspondent Alex Urquiza is live at App Heights, where a pipe burst has caused several students to be displaced from their dorms. Alex, what more can you tell us? It may be a surprise to learn that one of the largest destinations for Russian nesting dolls is right here in our backyard. Walton Conway is the owner and founder of the Golden Cockerel, specializing in porcelain figures, ornaments, and of course, nesting dolls. In 1991, Conway traveled to Russia to teach English, but with the fall of the Soviet Union, he decided to help his friends out by starting a business. Conway bought nesting dolls off the street to resell to other businesses. Then, in 1993, the Golden Cockerel opened its doors here in the High Country with its very own workshop in Russia. They're mainly wholesale, selling to clients like Urban Outfitters, Pepsi, FX, Netflix, and more. General Manager Cassie Burgess gave me a tour of the store, showing me some of their most notable pieces.
Semyonov dolls. They all have the signature red or yellow babushka. Rose is the flowers that they traditionally use when they paint these types of dolls. Next is different regions. You know, you have Zagorsk and Nolinsk. This is one of my favorites. You can always tell a doll from Zagorsk because if you feel that.
If you're interested in seeing nesting dolls from hundreds of Russian artists, check out the Golden Cockerel, located on Highway 194.